You want to start?
Sure. So we met at a summer camp called Camp Tawanga, and I had worked there previous summers. Erik was working there his first summer, having moved out from Michigan, and I came up to visit some friends, and we met. And then I returned to San Diego, which is where I was living at the time. And it was the year after college, the summer after college, and I had a job in food service that I like to say that it was a very prestigious food service job.
Passionate career.
I went back to my job and had a crappy night and quit my prestigious job
career. You dropped everything
to go back to summer camp to work the last session at Camp Wanga. So I'll let him take it from there because they're
my spin on things.
Yeah.
No, that is the main story. We met at camp, and there was an opening for a lifeguard position going into the last session, and so I said I was a supervisor, but I said to the director, Deb, I said, Deb, it really worked out. Ellen and I really clicked. You like to be matchmaker. She was a lifeguard. There's a lifeguard opening. How about Ellen be able to get that position? And Deb said, would love to, but unfortunately, one of the counselors, it's not really working out well for him to be a counselor, and he has his lifeguarding credentials, so we're going to move him to be a lifeguard. And so I said, Deb, give him to me. He can be with me. I'll supervise him. Give Ellen the spot. She said, okay. And so Ellen came and worked that fourth session, and we formed more and more of a connection then. First year was long distance with me being the Bay Area and Ellen being south. Mm-hmm. A lot of weekend visits in San Diego, and then coming up during vacation up in the Bay Area to stay with me, and then after a year, Ellen flipped to the north up to Eugene for grad school.
Okay.
And I was in my second year of teaching, and so we did long distance that way, and then we said enough is enough. And then I moved up to Eugene for the last 2 years of her grad program. I remember talking to my sister on the phone, within the first week or two that I had met you. And my sister, reports that I don't think she said it to me, but she said to somebody else in the family, like, Ellen's going to be the one.
No, she said it to you.
Oh, she said it to me.
And he said it to me.
Okay.
He said, my sister thinks we're going to get married. And this was
maybe
we'd known each other now for 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks.
That wasn't what confirmed it. I wasn't waiting for my sister to say it. It wasn't, my sister said it was.
So now it's good.
And I was blown away because just the fact that, like, he could even say the M word, it was, I'd never had a relationship on that level before. So it was, and I think we both
we both knew there was something special. This was not just a random summer thing.
Right.
That it was deeper than that.
I think I did also know on a certain level, but it was like too soon to even admit it to myself. But like in hindsight, I think I knew, and his sister knew. So obviously, like
we spent a lot of time together. That just a lot of times. It's camp time, so every day feels like 4 days, but. It was like a 3-week session, and by the end of that, we knew we were going to be visiting each other regularly.
Yeah,
right.
There was not a question about it. We talked about it. We knew, I think we'd already established that we were going to be in it for the long haul and getting married, but I popped the question about 4 years later.
It was 5 years.
We got married 5 years
Oh,
later.
You're right, yeah.
So I think we were engaged for about 1.5 years, right? So it was about 3.5 years later. We were in Oregon. Mm-hmm. Yep, for 17 years.
Well, one of the things that we are aware of is those first 2 years we were long distance. We really learned how to communicate with each other because we talked every day on the phone, and we saw each other maybe every 3 or 4 weeks, and we really had to learn how to talk and to listen too.
I think the other thing is we have kids, and I think we've always held the value of keeping time for just the two of us.
Right.
So whether it's a date night or, within the first year of our firstborn, we went to Palm Springs. Was it in that first year?
I think so.
Yeah. And my sister, love her, took care of him, and a lot of our friends think it was crazy. Like they're like 5, 6, 7 years in, like, oh, we still haven't taken our time away, and we've just always held that as a value that we know the boys will not be in the home forever. There's a life that needs to be beyond them, and I think we've found that the value of investing in ourselves individually has been a real important piece in understanding that we each have some unique needs, and that's part of a healthy relationship.
And as a side note, the camp that we met at is a camp that our kids now go to, and we are still very connected to the camp. And it's actually the reason we're here tonight is because our son and Donna and Gotti's daughter went to a camp program together this summer. So I think kind of having community that we have connected with over the years has been another big source of strength in our relationship and our family life too.